Got a little watering hole here I use for my small herd of cattle. I'd love to make it bigger. For now it'll do. In the wet season, the water is all out amongst them reeds and it comes up through here. You know, it's really low. This is the lowest I've ever seen it. We had all the way up to extreme drought in our part of the state this summer. There's only one more level of drought, and that's exceptional drought. But I feel like I'm doing something right because in the management of this property, at least when the rain comes, it infiltrates pretty good into my soil. Because where that cow is, there's kind of a low ditch. It goes all the way back to the fence line and over here to where there's a low spot. A previous landowner must have dug that ditch to this wet spot, and he dug this gully to drain some of this field. Well, we got 2.5 inches of rain over the past 2 days, with the bulk of it coming yesterday with some very, very heavy downpours. We had almost no runoff water coming into here. You walk out into those wet spots and they absorbed all the moisture. This field is solid as a rock. I could drive my pickup out here after 2.5 inches of rain. More on the way. I'm hoping for some runoff because I do want this to fill. But I find that pretty amazing. I started to try to do regenerative farming, whatever name you want to call it. Try to improve my land and the grazing and taking care of everything with cattle. Got a real small starter herd here, but this was my worst field, my absolute worst hay field. When I started trying to improve on it, that was about 4 years ago. I decided no more making hay and just graze it when it's ready and then feed hay out here. And I did that for 3 winters. I fed hay, and these I didn't quite cover the whole field. It's only an 8-acre field, but I don't have many cattle. So still though, just grazing it better and adding some hay, I brought this up to triple. It tripled. I made hay again for the first time this year, and I had triple the yield. It's still not great yield, but it's triple what I was getting. So that's really encouraging. And I'm still managing to graze the second crop here. But after we made hay, we didn't get any rain. And we didn't get any rain. And we didn't get any rain. And it still didn't rain. Then we got a sprinkle, and I go out to the rain gauge, and you can barely register it. That's for a... We probably still got more rain than a lot of people out west in the dry parts of the country, but when your country is used to 30 plus inches of rain in the summer, and then you get knocked down to a quarter of that maybe, then you're in a drought, you know, even if you're getting more than people who are used to dry country, because your grasses are used to all that water and then they don't get it and they struggle. So now we're getting all the rain in the world, and it's October. It's warm enough to grow a little grass now, but it's going to grow really slow, and it's going to get cold next week. It's going to freeze, or first hard freeze, which is very late for this part of the country. We live in Wisconsin, in about the coldest part of Wisconsin too. So it's there, I guess. It'll be good if our soils absorb all that moisture before it freezes, then it'll be there for spring. But for now, I'm mostly worried about better water. I got scrub cattle. They seem to handle the scrub conditions well, and they're raising good calves. So just keep working away at her. The guy just wants to do better with what he has. And I have the responsibility of this property. I'm trying to do a good job. So a little story on these cattle. I'll save that for the next video.